The new name means it's time for more. Endless love, love one another. Happiness from past. I'll press my life to me. You is secure. The only one for me. Please for the only. Where I see I'm always happy. Together. Why it's nice to focus the camera on that one, so that was really good. Out of focus, blurry tracks, everything's black and white on the same map. Try what they did in this video, okay? Remember that. Whenever you're like, man, what's going on? Just life in general. Please. Listen. Anyway, that wasn't kind of fun, serious. No, it wasn't talking. So we should start. It's like that person at the party.
I thought all the surface people were monsters.
Drinking and they're like, yeah. Oh, Karen. What you said is amazing. I started, but I was tired. Fuck off. What's wrong with some trouble here again? I know not. But here again. She's still listening. Shut up.
Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I'd teach the guy a lesson. Make sure he never does it again.
Using physical force is never my first choice, but there are times when it becomes necessary. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
I don't know what some this is that we keep talking. Just in case.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Hey, I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Upsize, lady, precise, thank you. I'm not fond of proud. You'll also receive the good suit copy card. Wait. That's good. I like that a lot. So, it's... Oh, some people would actually believe that's real though. So, Goon is Australia's time term. Basically, Goon is a general name for cast white or box one. God, does that mean people think of all Gooners? I shouldn't say that. I don't even know if that's a fucking slang term or it's something that people are told. Just follow people around. I don't know. There's so many words. I'm afraid. Like it's I know this thing. I'll get dropped off places. No, no. This is the real thing. They thought that you could go out there and be like, here, try AIDS. It's great for weight loss. No.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside, 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. Covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? This perimeter's just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
I wonder why it didn't take off. Hello? AIDS is making AIDS without trade matters. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Taking damage like this. Come on. She didn't even eat the fucking thing. Take care of yourself just this after. I really know the taste of air. Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. I'm just like, hey, let me still the same side. I just think that's what you're doing. Fuck. AIDS does not have anything to worry. It doesn't have a suppressive reputation. What a strange issue across the way. What? Or like this because it's affording the expectation of saying something to attach to its attention, right? It's like this, like, the mouth of, it's like, it's not trouble. I don't have to worry anymore about having an extra side by my got. Oh, no. All these people have AIDS. Nothing. I have AIDS. Anyway, I went up AIDS, okay? I took care of it. We're supposed to be having a good time. These whole things, not questionable products. Why did they make it? I want to how did the idea was? If you want to be a size 8, keep the weight off, then all you gotta do is try it. Let's down tight, keep the weight off slow. But they don't be focused. What have we got to stop the block next? I they're cutting down our squad! hours. 1995 for a poker? It's really hard to get one free. Products like this stuff. Basically, this that if it actually works, whatever. Just because they get AIDS or a lot of jokes in there. This sort of thing. No. I need to get away from the actual products. Every episode just evolves from episodes and episodes. See, if you get through the outlet, there are other clips that we can watch.
Almost there. Target located.
I'm about to get in the shower.
Not that impressive. Oh, she's staying back in speed. Right. Fingers. Screwdriver handle. Lots of handles. Split cards.
So that's it.
The handle for this. And then you're thinking, what else are on the house? Okay, it's fancy. She goes, fingers. Stiff cards. What is this episode? There's a lot of sexual and suggestive content in this episode. It's really fucking calm down by you so fast. But you know what? I don't care. For the last passion swearing and sensitive content on YouTube. We need to keep it that way. I told you, I have a deal with the censors now, and we can get away with this shit. And if they come down hard upon me, I'll claim banana. Excellent. I like that video quite a bit. You know what? It had a title. It said exactly what it was going to do. That's all that it was. And it was. It wasn't clickbait. It was just pure good fun. I had this one saved ages ago. But, I mean, the meme is dead by now.
Guess my good karma's paying off.
I wish I could walk through here, like in real life.
You there. Synth. Come on, please. Just don't. B257. Initiate reset.
Here they are.
God, it's a Corsair.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the...
Aw, that's so cute. Why does she have elf ears? Look at
All right, Synth.
Please!
C322. Initiate reset. Authorization code. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633. Initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father. Good work.
We're still in the air. It's been a long day since the last episode. He's still here, damn it. It took a long time. It took a long time away from the series because I had to talk to the sentries. I had to talk to people at the higher ups to figure out what we were going to do because we couldn't keep track of the information when this whole video season 2 rolling. The way we had before, forgot about senators, forgot about swear, then what's the point of living? So I talked to them, I struck a deal, and ladies and gentlemen, before we go anywhere in this episode, there's something missing on the board. What do we normally have on the board? What's here? What's missing? Let me hear it. Analyst, love, one, another, and it is our ass. I'll press my life to please. You is the only one for me. He is for the only. Anywhere I see, I'll always be It's good to be back in the hot seat. This feels like fucking perfect. Oh, not against my nipples harder in the morning than some infomercial of some really shitty product.
They're not your enemy.
I'm so
They
excited.
are victims
It's so
as
long.
well.
God, let's
True,
see
they
it.
were
Read
created
it.
by the
Yes.
Institute, but they were created as slaves. Thinking, feeling, and dreaming beings, utterly oppressed by their tyrannical masters. So join with us fighting the Reclaim, the Institute. Join the Railroad. When you're ready for that next step, don't worry,
Wait, does
we'll
that
find
mean
you.
the actual, like, voiceover for the product? And if it is, that's genius. I love products that make fun of themselves. Yeah, fuck other buckets. Just go
What's up?
Just fucking use this thing instead. Fucking stop. I've never had that much trouble with a bucket, honestly, but then again, it's been years since I've lifted a bucket. Look, this is the last thing I've lifted a bucket. That's great. Go suck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. That was incredible. I want one now. I'm ready to use it on a bucket. I don't have a bucket. I use it on everything. I use it on, like, my coffee, and I'll just say, fuck it up every time. I mean, this is most of the actual look it up and looks chit-chat. I don't know, I love that. That is fucking garbage. These are music artists. Can you imagine if Samsung came out against Apple or vice versa? And it's like, who used to fucking bought off this shit iPhone?
I'm half tempted to join the railroad.
No,
Hey,
well,
you.
no,
Talk some sense into my numbskull son.
somebody versus
Getting involved in the railroad
Let's
is
go
just
to Electro.
trouble.
Oh, this guy. I think he's an ex-electrician by trade, and then he messed around and here's the software.
You should look after yourself.
See? Now that's some advice. We got a business. You know how lucky we are? And you want to throw it away.
All I do here is help crusty old caravan hands, no offense, go blind off rock time. At least the railroad's fighting the Institute. And why not save cents?
Might as well go off and join the Death Claw Preservation Society.
I wouldn't mind getting some service here.
Wear my manners. If you want to...
Job, so he knows the like he's obviously known to the summer he knows the so oh god no yeah so when they get to power it's hardly conducted for the sake of product.
Damn it! Search the area.
Every time I know it's gonna happen, it gets me down to like this.
He's back up!
I call it so what? That's my type of comedy. I always do it in, like, I didn't like the trouble with the smart skates videos where you just smack the things and then it cuts me in the after. It's just perfect comedy. That's what potentially get very concerned. Holy shit, that's cool. Yeah, it's a tough comment. The fact that he knows how to hurt himself without killing himself is so smart. Another classic infomercial. This one's called The Bushwalker. The Bushwalker 360 now. I don't know what this is, but it's basically I think you can go for the first 5 seconds.
What the? Something's out there.
Let me go. Let me run. This ring of death will keep him at bay. I want one for myself. I've been in hotels before where they've had multiple shower heads, and it's the best experience ever. They go to a human car wash. And I love the idea of, I love the shower. Just one on top and 4 on the sides, and it just blasts you with water as hard as it can, and it just comes down across your body, and you just stand there. It takes about 5 seconds to do a shower, and then you just get out. And you know you're clean because you're missing skin cells. So easy. Like, oh, only like videos have been so fun. If we're done, we'll love it. Okay, can we see this on an actual dog? Not that they're not actual dogs. They're trained dogs. I want to see it on somebody's actual pet dog. Because I do not think that a real dog would be that comfortable around this giant thing. It's like, no, the hose scares him. There's 360 degrees of hoses to wrap around your dog. I think you watch your dog. It's actually what? You have a dog and you don't want to touch them all those stinky? No, they're your pet. Treat them with care. I don't have my headphones.
Now, Roger, I don't have to at all.
You're using both your hands.
Roger has 360 recent jets. He really gets the southern water.
Just in case you guys didn't know that. Just in case the guy at the beginning didn't tell you that there's 360 degrees of water jets to encompass your dog. It's fine, I'm probably away, but I also get stuck at 35.
Marvin, you need to call an AC repairman.
But that's gonna cost me money.
I don't know what this.
Okay, I'll call one and see if they can reach you. Hey, but they can call expensive AC repair services.
Marvin, you called expensive AC repair services?
I tried calling super cheap AC repair services, but they didn't answer. Yeah, I know they answered the phone. What? Anyway, what's the problem? Well, our AC is broken, I think. Oh, that sounds expensive. Yeah, I guess I can get my ladder out and go look at it, but it's gonna cost you. How much? How much you got? Maybe how much I have in my wallet?
About $94.
Oh, that's crazy, because that's exactly how much I charge to get my ladder out and look at your AC unit.
Okay, here you go.
With this guy here, this cash is cool. Okay, yeah, let me go get my ladder and I'll take a look at it. Okay, time to figure out what's wrong with the AC so I can charge her more money. Okay, well, let's see what's wrong with this AC. Haunted boys do not touch. Okay, not touching that. Let's see here. No, the AC's not broken. I just gotta turn it on. Boy, I just turn it on. I can't turn it on. Okay, I know. I'll go downstairs and tell them that the whole AC unit is completely destroyed. And it's gonna be really expensive to fix. And I'll come back up here, just play on my phone for like an hour, and then turn it on until they fix it. Yeah. Oh man, it is just a train wreck of it. So it's broken? Oh, broken's not even the right word. I would say destroyed, demolished, enriched, savaged, desolated even. So it's broken? Yeah, it's broken. What happened to it? Oh, I can't even imagine what caused such destruction. Was it struck by lightning in a tornado 100 times? I don't think so. I mean, it's on fire. On fire? Yeah, and it's flooding at the same time. I don't know how it's crazy. It's like, what flood? With shit from the sewer. It's like, it's your sewer getting mixed up. So whenever you flush the toilet, shit comes out of your AC. Oh, can I look that one? No, don't do that. Because it's also spraying asbestos and carbon monoxide. It's very dangerous. Oh, okay. What the hell is going on? I had a hazmat suit. I really don't know. It's itchy from all the asbestos. Oh, man, it's gonna be really expensive. Like how much? Oh, like $5,000 cash. We don't have $5,000 cash. I guess I could do it for $3,000 cash. I don't think we have $3,000 either. How much do you have? Maybe How much cash do you have in your purse? I can check the safe in the room.
Maybe like $500?
So I can do it for $500. As long as it's cash. Wait, how did you go from $5,000 to $500? Well, I just use a bank. Because you're looking at the hand system, not dangerous, so you gotta take care of it. So I'll do it for $500.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay, this is great. Okay, so I'm going to go work on that. Don't get, I mean, okay, it's very, very dangerous. And by the way, you're pointing your phone's on the phone. My phone's dying. I really want to listen to it. It's what work. That's what I call music 86. It's too much trouble to go find it. So we look at what the music would be, you know. That's what they call music. That's what I call music. That's what I call music. Okay, I'm going to go get to work. Don't go on there. It's ridiculous. Oh, boy. It's a stairway. What the heck? I'm at one day, time my birthday parties up there. Oh, we go.
Oh, it's snowing up here? And North Pole's in my attic? Santa Claus lives in my attic?
I know, I can't believe I'm in Santa's workshop. Haunted toys, do not touch. These must be special toys that Santa Claus made. He doesn't want anyone to play with. I'm going to play with them. Let's check out these haunted toys. Buzz Lightyear, let's see if he can fly. What do you try? He's not even a flying toy. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, wait, it's interesting. Alright. Oh, an ABC board? You know how we learn my ABCs? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, what is this? Looks like a magnifying glass so I can see the letter in it. Oh, I didn't see the answer, you know? You guys ask me a question, you don't tell me. ABC board, I'm going to get fat hose. It's a chess. I'm going to get fat hose. Thank you, ABC board. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's fun. Oh, come on. Just throw it.
It's so hot up here. Can we go downstairs?
Maybe, but you see, the it's going to be hot everywhere.
But it's hotter upstairs because he rises.
Or people like that. That might be that has heat. Like that, right? I see. Whatever, I'll just go downstairs and fix it dinner. All right, baby, for dinner, me and you are going to have mashed potato.
Oh, yeah?
And Jimmy's going to eat gravy. Jimmy, dinner's ready. Where will Jimmy, did you call yourself green with a Sharpie? No, my goodness, that's why I didn't say that. Okay, David, eat your green beans. Animal powder, each other. Jimmy, fuck me. What's wrong, okay? You don't like it? I'm a Jimmy. What's Jimmy in the truck? You weren't on the track without me. I'm looking good to eat. Stop it. I hate other people giving everywhere. Oh, sorry, I'm pissing you off. Jimmy, stop it. Jimmy, go to your room.
Splatter your brain! Who's this?
He's all over the table. What's wrong with him? Jimmy, you are so rude. He's really sick. We need to call the doctor. There's a doctor. Die, hey, what? How did you get up? What? Oh, you like it? Yeah. I just finished fixing your AC. I did. I also killed those pigs. Well, thank you. Yeah, I did. I seen it broken. Oh, yeah, it was super broken. Now you just fixed it. That's why I have this screwdriver here. You see, because it was this screw that was loose, and that's what caused the whole thing, you know? So one screw being loose caused the flood to get on fire. No, yeah, you'd be surprised what a screw can do. It can really screw things out. You get it? That's an AC European joke. You really don't get it. Oh, you're talking right. Yeah. Oh, my son's really sick. Can you come check him out? Yeah. I don't got any more cash, but do me a favor. I guess you're right. I screwed you over enough today. Come on. Oh, my son didn't eat it. Oh, I got my doctor. I'm going. I said there was towels. Give me some of the towels. You throw it off.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth.
Okay, so I call it exorcism. Yeah. Okay, do you think there's anyone around here? Try for the like expensive exorcism. Okay, I'll do the cheap one. Okay, I thought of a place called Cheap Exorcism Services. Oh, I wouldn't call them cheap. That's probably my mom calling. I don't use a her. Well, it's kind of weird that mom calling that number to phone ring. I mean, it is a coincidence, but if you think about it, there's 13.5 billion phone calls happening in the world every day, so it's not that much of a coincidence that why your phone would be ringing while you're calling somebody.
13.5 billion phone calls?
Yes, girl, look it up. Thank you for calling Cheap Exorcism Services. Since we didn't answer our phone, if you try calling Expensive Exorcism Services, they always answer their phone. What did it say? It said to call Expensive Exorcism Services. Yeah, you should do that. Okay, call. Alright, my phone rings. Actually, hello, Expensive Exorcism Services. Oh, wait, it's me. Yes, I will do your exorcism for you. Oh, yeah, you got me. Just go here, I'll wait. Okay, I got my outfit on. Don't throw it away more. Don't throw a demon on me either. Well, I got some holy water over here.
I've always known.
Just Fiji water with holy
The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
I've seen the movie, I know what to do. Hey, demon, present me instead. Okay, present me Lightyear. I trapped him in his Buzz Lightyear toy. No, I looked at it, all I have to do is throw him down the stairs and kill him. Take this, demon Lightyear, to infinity and hell.
Wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Is she going with you? You going anywhere?
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at the synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation, our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Did you say it was good?
From what I hear, that rogue synth of Libertalia is a real menace.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
I can't do any more trick-or-treating. I can't do...
Good to see you.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes. Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied. Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the country. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate. It's becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward.
You know, it's candy, and everybody likes candy. Well,
Sir,
there's this one
are
factory
you
that
sure
makes
this is the
all
time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Oh, yes, true. Have you heard anything about these three?
But how did he die? The legend is well, we don't know. You see, that's the point of this video. There is no information or explanation in the legends as to how this Skywalker dies. But to know that he eventually dies between years 25, 85, and 130. Around 69 to 129 years old. And we also know that when he died, he was a Force Ghost like Obi-Wan Kenobi. But even as a Force Ghost, maintains an open eye to the Time Order for many years, even showing up decades later to support his descendant, Luke Skywalker. Most people believe it's the Purge, pushing old lighthouse keepers down the stairs is totally cool. It's really cool, right? You can't run around chucking people's heads off one day a year and then sleep all the rest of the time. Well, you better start getting used to it because we got some fucking domain areas here. Time to converse. Jeez, wow, Morty, now you're getting into it. Never expected that out of you. Let's go find my ship. There it is. My ship looks to me like the greatest. It's really going for it over there. I think those people were just ready to go give a shit. Okay, what are you just shooting corpses? It's the murderers. What's she old?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
J.K. Rowling did not write a masterpiece. She wrote Star Wars with sucky lightsabers. It is a direct rip-off of Star Wars. I lost it. Have you ever looked at them side by side? Oh, it's here. It's a young male orphanage project. It's going to super so safe. He's been sent to with his aunt and uncle. It's a mysterious bearded stranger who's actually wants to live because he got when he was a baby. He comes into his life and starts to teach him about this ancient kind of magic. He's granted, he's going to learn a lot more about this magic from an older, wiser wizard who's high most of the time. Regardless, his uncle is totally against this magic stuff. He won't even tell him what really happened to his parents, but against his uncle's wishes, he comes home for the very first time, makes new friends, meets a pretty, impetuous young girl, and they'll go real good.
My boyfriend thinks so.
Boyfriend, huh?
What are you doing here?
Just saying hi. You know, I smashed up a bunch of car windows in school today. I was on a pipe actually. I was just by the cops. On came security, like stuff.
Gotcha.
What do you think? I want to retest. I want to give it a while. I want to miss you. You should show us some sort of punctuality yesterday. Saying over the graduate students, a bunch of pocket. My goal is to graduate students from Madison organization. I understand all the demands for real. It's just the demands of this place. It's trying to figure out what I'm getting there. It's fucking to that speed. I got a freak just in case. Fucking.
Yeah, my boyfriend thinks so.
Boyfriend, huh?
What are you doing here?
Just saying hi. My shit's fine. There's just one. It's probably going to give me $1. Well, there's two. Hey.
Hey, Oz.
Don't worry, Krusty's favorite number is how many jokes he's written. Gardening, organic fertilizer? Maybe I was wrong about Krusty. His captions reek like chemicals. Just once I might be wrong. Well, from what I read in your diary, you're rarely right. You gotta get me sample analyzed first. And think the cards. No problem. See. Here comes our money. Come here. Please give me another. It's so interesting. Where are you from?
Small town in Colombia. You don't know it.
I'm here. You got to make friends with everyone.
Hey, Oz. I just got a flat, I think. What the hell is going on with my rim? Oh, I got a big rim. The rest of it. Let me do that with something. Oh, no, never mind. See, I just got a flat, I think. For a small business, it's the last big night. Keep it down and you win $50. Okay. We're going in for Yeah! I am the champion of this very bad idea! It's gonna blow! Oh, you're not gonna serve those things, are you? No. I find it on. What's up until I blew every egg out of my belly? I was way down with a Main Street flagpole. On I'm a buzz. Oh. You don't have to take me to sleep. It's the last. Trying to smoke? What the hell is trying to smoke? Where's my dad? What's up, what? I'll show you. I'll play those games. I play tennis.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings, that time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Which made Americans hate it. It spread like wildfire. My plate was 5 minutes. We're deadline. You'll sit some box. Because trust me, now speed is good. That's not good. Oh, yo, it's great for us. Video, my guy Rick Wright, I swear he was scared out of me. Yo, how is this supposed to be final? Oh shit, it might be incest. It's a final thing. Yeah, they call that a flag. That's not smart. Nah, but shit. Taking everything. It's like what you want over the light post, bro. They can never be this type of, yo, why don't you still talk about this random shit? What is this? What's going on this? Oh, yeah, I see this shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was my bag. I'm not jacking it. That ass. I'm like, woke up looking for it. Just like a Google from the source. Ain't no way. This now. So they got a black and white. It's a lot of the whole way. Ain't nothing better than emails. Yo. Yo, I ain't never seen no big in real life. Shit, I only look at this too.
Has anybody joined the chat yet?
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Hale. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yeah? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holden, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volker's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please, everyone, please. I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Jenny, did you take your medicine?
A couple of years ago, I was just recovering from outlet backlash. It was my second training flight on a console review. I was piloting an extra 330 LS, and everything seemed to be going well. Then it happened. The canopy of the plane opened, the flight was shattered, the noise was deafening, my breathing became difficult, and my vision was severely impaired. Despite the noise, I heard my coach on the radio say, "Just keep flying." To make matters worse, I had no eye protection and
intensifying the challenge. Aerodynamically, I struggled with buffeting and controllability. The hardest part was maintaining power, treating my vision, and breathing for kinetic energy. It took me nearly 20 hours to fully recover my vision. After landing, I realized what my mistake was. If I had made a proper visual check before takeoff, I would have noticed that the kinetic locker didn't have a better lock. If you are a pilot, I hope my story helps you never make mistakes. This may be the worst thing
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the directors and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
No visible reaction. We're starting to destroy. Those are much larger this time, and the side effects are I suppose it's your job now. Now hold still.
Allie.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard in a while. Okay, you're on your own then. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area.
Sure.
We don't want them getting the agitator before we... Head on up to the relay, and they'll get you over to mass fusion in a flash. Pun sort of intended.
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Chambers of Reddit. One of the strangest things you've heard over an open mic was getting full-on cussed out by a kid easily around 5 or 6. He was literally saying, F you, you effing idiots. I hope Satan blinks your eye. One of the kids with the spit eye and spit glass. So we started firing back at him and trying to give him fun. And then the mom gets on the mic and starts yelling. He's telling us how we're setting a bad example for the child. We shouldn't be using that kind of language around someone. So we went off on her to explain to the kid to save her mouth. She started yelling, saying that our kid can do whatever he wants. So we said that if you would talk to him, no, we're going to have to talk back. Like, no, she gets even more. I'm still laughing about this. The effing grandmother gets on the mic and starts spouting off to us. She not again. Our exhale. So with all your brag for this video, I'm gonna head to join tech.
Yes, I check out with one member. The machine gunners are picking on me there.
What do you expect me to do? Start some kind of anti-bullying policy? Also, no standing during classes. I'm John Peterson.
Maybe not. It's Donnie Berger, your fucking teacher in the 7th grade.
Say hi. I'm John Peterson. What can I do for you? Who was my DIJ again? Check. Fucking shit.
Legendary Donnie Berger was a hit using a fake name. Go with it. Right? That's still.
No! Turn your fire to the table. That's what you're perfectly right.
Intruder alert!
Safety zone!
Fire! No! Please!
Threat neutralized.
To the last fight, Commissioner Sherman arrives in an distance. See how far Outrise will take your business. Sherman goes to talk it up / delete. 5.